President Biden is meeting today with the families of two Americans jailed in Russia.
It's the first time Mr. Biden is speaking face-to-face with the loved ones of WNBA star Brittney Griner and Marine veteran Paul Whelan. The meetings are taking place as the administration is working to secure their release. Russia has held Griner on drug-related charges since February. Whelan is serving a 16-year sentence on espionage-related charges.
For more on this, CBS News' chief White House correspondent Nancy Cordes joins us now. Hi, Nancy. So talk to us a little bit about the timing of this. You know, this has been a story for a while. Why is the president meeting with the families now?
Well, because one of the family members was going to be here in Washington anyway, and the president said that he would like to meet with both families at the same time. As the White House press secretary said yesterday, the White House would love to say that they've got some new development to share with the families, and that's why they're meeting right now. But unfortunately, they say that's not the case. The president simply wanted to meet with them face to face, which frankly has been a request of these families for months now, to share with them that this is still top of mind, this is still very important to the administration, and that they continue to work every single day to try to bring these two Americans home.
So members of both families, as you mentioned, have been pushing to meet with the president in the past. Is there any hope that this meeting could speed things up?
Not necessarily. Right now, it's really in Russia's court because the U.S. made what the White House has described as a very significant, serious offer a couple of months ago, and they basically got the cold shoulder from Russia. The U.S. had proposed a prisoner swap, handing over one or possibly more Russian nationals in exchange for Griner and Whelan, and they said basically they heard nothing in return from the Russians, and that's where things stand. They say they've gotten no substantive response. They say they'll still continue to work through the appropriate channels to keep this dialogue going, but you know, it's really up to Russia when it wants to engage formally about a prisoner swap. I mean, it's unusual that the U.S. would have even gone to the lengths that it did to make it public that they were proposing a prisoner swap. That's something that the U.S. government typically doesn't do, but they say they've been compelled to do that in this case because they weren't hearing anything back from Russia.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because it felt like we were so close to a deal at some point, right, Nancy? Like there were things being discussed. It seemed like everything was almost there, and then nothing, right? So, you know, have any updates on the exact status of those negotiations?
No, and obviously, you know, world events have intervened. Russia is in the midst of an invasion of Ukraine. The U.S. is very publicly, financially, and militarily on the other side of that conflict, and so that's obviously going to affect the ability of these two sides to communicate. The White House and the State Department say they've got a dedicated team that works on these things, not just on trying to get these two Americans home, but a couple dozen Americans who they say are detained wrongly around the world. So they say this is a big priority. They're going to keep trying to work on it, but they can only move as quickly as the Russians are willing to move, and that's the holdup right now.
Big priority, but slow process for sure. Nancy Cordes, thank you so much.